Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just So I am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we did... we started on the... Carpenter quest line. Did a lot of explaining on how crafting worked. And today we're going to go and continue. Well, if it isn't Lynn. You grow more popular with every commission. Take that walnut cane for example. You remember, don't you? The one you crafted not long ago? It must have left quite the impression on Gerhardt, because he has once again requested your services. This time he would have you craft an oak longbow, a quality longbow, but I presume you already knew that. Gerhardt's squad is considered one of the finest units in the Yellow Serpents. They are oft tasked with dangerous missions, which carry them deep into hostile territory. Our soldiers would never want for the best material. They should never want for the best material. I trust you will not disappoint, Lynn. So, an oak longbow. Ash branch, linen, steel. Jesus. Let's begin with let's begin with making the oak lumber. So, oak lumber, ash branch, I can just buy this. Then, steel ingots. Should be able to still make steel, yeah. By the way, any component that you make into high quality is going to reduce the amount of effort that you have to put in to make the big recipe high quality, basically. Right, and then I'm going to need some linen, but I'm not sure if I have the stuff for that. I do, nice. Okay, let's go and just make high quality, I guess. If I must. There we go. Got the carpenter. I need another ash branch. Ash branch. Yeah. Ash branch. There we go. So doing all of that, as you can see, basically gives me half. Like fills in my quality bar to the half of what I need. I also have like 80 durability on this craft, so... Making them high quality was not particularly necessary. There we go. I do find it a little bit unfortunate where now you have to make it high quality, because then it's like, oh, they don't give me like extra compliments when I make it high quality. Have you the longbow, Lynn? Marvelous, simply marvelous. Some carpenters claim that oak is ill-suited for use in longbows, and that other woods are far preferable. But I would say you've chosen your material as well. This particular specimen is both hard and elastic, and I see no reason to believe it will take a permanent bend. Of course, we have you to thank for that. The finest materials are nothing without a skilled craftsman to mold them. Indeed, this longbow is a testament to your ever-growing skills. Gerhardt will approve. You may take it to him at the Adder's Nest. And off we go again. Supposed to give it to the dude and then give it to somebody else and then go back to the dude and then go back to Beaton probably. I love this Furnace Knight dude. It's so good. Ah, Lynn, do you have the longbow I requested? My word, I see my faith in you was not misplaced. I have a young archer under my command who will be thrilled to receive this. It's of critical importance that my squad keeps its weapons and armor in good shape. Our reconnaissance missions often require that we spend weeks in isolation, without any form of support. In fact, we leave for our next mission on the morrow. Unfortunately, this means I must once again postpone my visit to the guild. If Beaton complains, just give him a piece of quality lumber on my behalf. That should provide ample distraction. He's always been more passionate about his work than anything else. But I imagine you learned that long ago. Until we meet again, then. Okay, no, I just need to go report back to Beaton. Nice. Hello. Gerhardt was satisfied then. Good, good. Hmm? Another mission. I understand. We are both professionals with responsibilities that cannot be ignored. Even so, it always gives me cause for worry. I do not question his ability as a commander or as an archer, but irrational as it may be, forgive me. I'm cursed with an overactive imagination. It is nothing, never mind. We shall speak again when next I have a commission for you. Lynn, you minx. If I didn't know better, I'd say Gerhardt was smitten with you. He's given you another commission, this time for an oak composite bow. In case you were unaware, such a bow can only be wielded by a master archer, with years upon years of experience in the field. Don't you see? You are to craft a bow for Gerhardt himself. You are to give this commission your undivided attention, then. While simply crafting an oak composite bow is no small feat, I will not permit you to present anything less than perfection. Have I made myself clear? Good. Now go. Okay, so now we need an oak composite bow, which just requires 3 oak lumber. Let me just go and make them in quick synthesis. I can make high quality item, like I can make basically all these recipes high quality, but anyway. Right. Let me show you what I got. To make a high quality stuff. Hey, there's the excellent and now the poor. It's not like I need it anyway. There we go. I haven't even used 50% of my power. Right. And there we go. Get a load of this. I love it when they showcase these weapons because I love weapon design so much. Even experienced carpenters can find constructing a composite bow to be a daunting task, given the complexity of the design and the variety of materials required. But the resulting product is well worth the price. This unison of wood, bone, and sinew possesses the power of a self bow more than twice its size. This makes it ideal for archers who must travel with minimal supplies and cannot afford to carry heavier equipment. No matter how much I search, I cannot find flaw with your craftsmanship, your materials, your execution. It is all, for want of a better word, perfect. It comforts me to know that Gerhardt will wield this formidable weapon. Deliver to him with my blessing. Greetings, then. I believe you have a delivery for me. Now, this is a fine bow, worthy of the bowlord himself. The girl will be pleased. What's that? Beating thought this was for me? Oh no, this is for another one of my archers. I have a perfectly serviceable bow, which has served me for many years. Beaten not to know. You made it. Ah, those were the days. He, the young initiate, I, the aspiring serpent. It wasn't always so damn cocksure, you know. Back then he was full of doubts and questions. The maple longbow he made me might not look like much to you, but to me it's the perfect weapon. I intend to use it until the day I die. Not that I intend to die anytime soon, of course. Now then, I believe I have a delivery of my own to make, if you'll excuse me, Lynn. Welcome back, Lynn. What's Gerhardt well? What? He still uses that longbow I made as an initiate. I didn't think he kept it. But a twin adder captain deserves a far finer weapon. I should offer to craft him a new one. Until the day I die. What nonsense. Sure, that longbow is no more than a mangled stick at this point, but if it were to break during battle, he would only have himself to blame. No, but I cannot stand idly by while he... No. I will give this no more thought. He's an experienced soldier, he would never be so reckless. Oh, I did not realize you were still here then. You may go, I have nothing else for you today. Actually leveling up? Oh, not now, Lynn. I have too much on my mind. I did not intend for things to become so heated. Yet Gerhardt refuses to listen to reason, and I... Never mind. Leave me to my work. If you still desire company, perhaps young Nicoliu will serve. This is the level 45 quest, yeah. I remember you, Lynn, right? Let me guess, Beaton told you to go away again? He's been like that since Gerhardt left. He had some commission for the guild, but Beaton wouldn't accept it because of an old bow or something. They were shouting and Beaton threw him out. They were both acting like younglings. I don't know if it'll help him, but maybe you should talk with Gerhardt about what happened. I think he went back to the Adder's Nest. He felt Beaton to me. I'll talk some sense into him. Then, what brings you here? So you heard about what happened at the guild. It is unfortunate that the children bore witness to our dispute. And it is even more unfortunate that I must ask you to become involved. My request was intended for the Timbermaster himself, but since he has refused me, I have no other choice. I need a cobalt halberd, a jade crook, and a yew longbow, your best quality, and as fast as possible. This agreement is required for a mission of grave import, which is why I first approached the Timbermaster, but you are also a proven artisan, Lynn, so I think I can safely entrust it to you. Nevertheless, I must ask that you present the finished items to Beaton for inspection. If you judge them acceptable, then I will gladly accept. Okay. These are some not particularly easy things to get, I think. I do not have jade. You know what, I'm just going to take a look before I go into the place. Cobalt halberds. Silver oak boar leather, that's fine. Jade crook is going to require jadeite, which I do not have. I collected jade at some point. Okay. Let's go to the market place. Just so I can like buy anything that I'm still missing. Let us begin with making a silver ingot then. There we go. I have a lot of silver. Okay. Then I'm going to need a piece of oak lumber and some boar leather. Let's go and make some boar leather. And then a piece of oak lumber. Let's go and do it like this. Why did I do that? There we go. Let's go and start crafting. There we go. And now we need a jade crook. I can make horn glue. That shouldn't be too big of an issue. Do I have it in my... Yes, I do. This is what I do. I sit on you! Right, now I'm going to need some spoken blood and a jadeite. Spoken blood is like an enemy drop. I don't remember which enemies drop these specifically, but yeah. I'm just gonna buy this off the market board. And then jade. Jade, let's see. Jadeite itself, because I think it's like a one-on-one. Let's go and just buy these. Just my goldsmith. And then look for the recipe of jadeite, which I think is a higher level one. There it is. There we go. That, of course, there's a guild. Or a free company with the initials SAO. Right. Then I'm going to need a yew longbow. Which is... Let's see. Is it in this one? Yes. Which requires clove oil. Can I make that? Or did I remove the clove oil stuff? Where is it? Where is it? Crafting. It's alchemy, okay. There we go, no need to make it high quality. And there we go. Also got an achievement. For making a certain amount of different carpentry recipes. Right. Da-da-da. I feel it necessary to apologize for my earlier behavior, Lynn. It was unbecoming of a Timmermaster. Ah, so you agreed to fill Gerhardt's orders. Or order. Very well, let me see what you have brought. You chose your bow staves wisely. I see no imperfection in the yew which would interfere with performance. The rosewood reinforcements appear solid, and the sinew bowstring is of excellent quality. I have no objections to this bow. And I believe this is the first time I've judged a halberd of your creation. Fascinating weapons halberds. Did you know they were a Hellsguard invention? Their marauders first used them to repel mounted units. A skilled wielder could easily pull a rider from his saddle. As for this particular halberd, I have no criticisms. In fact, given the quality of the axe blade, I can't help but wonder if you've been studying blacksmithing. Though, even if you were pursuing other disciplines, this crook proves that you have not neglected your carpentry. The luxurious reddish browns of the mahogany, the entrancing greens of the jadeite. It is a true expression of Gridanian philosophy. A triumph of craftsmanship made only with the necessary materials. Bravo, Lynn. I was wrong to deny Gerhardt, but thanks to you, his squad will not suffer from my stubbornness. I only pray that he reconsiders my offer. Ah, yes, you may proceed with the delivery. Beaten had no objections? Excellent. Then if you would hand me the weapons. When we first met, the quality of your work was already impressive, I must say, though that looking at your most recent products, it's clear even to me that you have grown tremendously, both professionally and personally. Or maybe it's more obvious when contrasted with Beaton's. No, that is hypocritical of me to say. I am as much to blame for our squabble as he is. I swear, when we fought, it was as though nothing had ever changed. In any case, I thank you for your hard work. This next mission may be our most dangerous yet, and it gives me great comfort to know my squad is equipped with the finest weapons. It may be some time before I see you and Beaton again. Please give him my regards. Was he pleased, Lynn? No. Once again, he fails to deliver his farewells in person. Yet, a soldier must serve and a carpenter must craft. These are the lives we have chosen. I tried to reason with him. I offered to replace his longbow, but he refuses to face reality. That bow will not last another moon. If even that. But my fervent protestations fell on deaf ears. I allowed my temper to overwhelm me, and I said many things I now regret. When he returns to Gridania, we should have much to discuss. I pray that day comes soon. Oh, Lynn, it's horrible. So horrible. An officer from Adder's Nest came to speak with me. In the North Shroud near Ixali territory, they found Gerhardt's longbow. I saw the fragments myself. It was a self-same maple bow I made all those years ago. Which means he Gerhard is... I wish to be alone. Now, Lynn. Go. Be with your loved ones, or play with the younglings in the acorn orchard. Hey Lynn, it's good you weren't here earlier when Beaton hurt her nose. He went on a rampage in the workshop, howling like an animal and breaking anything within reach with his bare hands. I don't think we can help him this time, but if you want to try, you could give him some really, really good wood. Like, say, the best length of rosewood lumber you can make. Maybe that would work. Rosewood. There we go. Why have you returned? I told you, I wish to be alone. Check out my wood. This is an exquisite length of rosewood lumber. Truly the culmination of decades of growth and maturation. I know you mean well, Lynn, but it is no use. My thoughts remain with Gerhard. Like a young sapling, he matured into a magnificent tree, only to be cut down before his... Wait, what am I saying? Gerhard was no sapling. He was one of our finest, and the scouts. The scouts found signs of a skirmish, but no bodies. Do you not see? He must still be alive. He and his squads are out there somewhere, isolated, and likely low on supplies. I know for a fact that he only carries one bow. So, if that weapon has been broken, matron forefront, it could be defenseless. He must needs be sent a new one straight away, but I fear I'm in no condition to craft it. In my earlier foolish tantrum, I injured my hand, and have not the strength to grip a saw. You must be the one to craft Gerhard's bow, Lynn. I beg of you, make him a peerless crab bow and affix to it a savage aim materia of the 3rd grade. Once finished, seek out Gerhard and his men in the North Shroud. The fragments of his old longbow were found not far from Alder Springs. If the matron is merciful, you will find him not far from there. Please, Lynn, you're my one and only hope. Jesus. So, a crab bow, huh? Guess what I got rid of? Just take a wild guess. I knew it. I got rid of these things. I hate it. I hate it. Fucking hate it. I'm gonna need another oak composite bow too. This one. Gonna need 3 more pieces of oak. I'm gonna make... Whoopsie, not 8. 3! There we go, and then just gonna make this oak composite bow. I hate the fact that I sold those things. Well, yeah, whatever. It's kind of what happens with crafting materials, really. It is literally impossible to hold on to every single item. Unless if you have like more than 2 freaking retainers, I guess, but that costs actual real-life money. Let's go, and I also... Did I get rid of my red coral? No, I had to buy, like, red coral for, like, anything. Let's go and see if I can buy another piece of that, and I hope it's not too expensive. I know for a fact that the freaking crab shells are expensive. And there's a really stupid reason why. Because people tend to use this, like, there's a levy... that gives you a decent amount of money. So people... so people... so people tend to abuse that. Green megalo crab shell. Can I get like a single one? 9. 9! Let's go and get these ones then. And then red coral. Oof. Kind of expensive, but they're always expensive, so. Bow, bow, bow. Yes. Alright, let's go make sure that we don't fail this freaking recipe, huh? Alright, so I need Savage Aim 3. Heaven's Eye, Savage Might, Savage Aim. Oh yeah, boy. I'm just going to do this. Just go and split these, take one from the stack, and put the rest back. And now let's go and melt. So, grab bow. Oh, it's a Savage Aim 4, whoopsie. Savage Aim 3? Yes. Yes! Split, so one off of that one. There we go. And now melt. Melt the Savage Aim 3 on it. And bam. Oh yeah, right. Exile Beast Tribe is still a thing. What do you think you're doing here? Take cover, you fool. There are Exile about. Damn it, Lynn, there's no place for a carpenter. A bow? Did Beaton send you all this way just to deliver a bow? Nod. That he... God's bless that stubborn fool. Should have listened when he said my maple longbow was at its limit. My thanks, Lynn. If it weren't for you, I don't know what I would have done. Now keep your head down. I've a chieftain to slay. No! I like that camera angle. This dude's face reminds me of someone. I just noticed. That's so funny. I think, yeah. Right. Let's report back to Beaton then. I could kiss you, Lynn. He lives. Gerhardt lives. I owe you a debt that can never be repaid. 1,000 times over, I thank you. You came to us as a seedling, yet now you are as a heaven spiller. There is naught else I have left to teach you. In fact, you have inspired me to reflect on mine own deficiencies. Minor though they may be, I would be remiss if I neglected personal development. Though you are no longer under my tutelage, I trust you will continue to hone your craft as well. Best of luck to you, Lynn. And then there's these carpenter stuff, but, you know, I don't really need it because I already have the militia stuff, which is better. So, yeah. Quest completo. There we go. And now I can go and equip this massive... Oh my god, this is the best shit ever. Yeah. That's a huge axe. No, not an axe. It's just a huge saw. Jesus. Forgot about that. Anyway, I'm gonna be right back. Alright. I am back. After laughing so hard at this freaking axe, not this saw, but no. After doing some other stuff, let's go and do the blacksmith quest line. The blacksmith. So we can get the next silly-looking tool. Well, no, it's not. It's not as silly-looking. Ass. This way. This away. You must go your own way. Go your own way. This is used still in leatherworking and goldsmithing. I'm not gonna get rid of this because this is kind of expensive to get. Clove oil, I guess I'll hold on to that one too. We're going to sell all of this stuff. Because I do not need these. Clove oil is going to be used, this not really. This don't really care too much about that either. Doesn't really fetch me that much. That also is not important. And ogre horns. Goldsmithing, huh? I'll hold on to these then. Random bone chip though. What is happening behind me? My cat's having the time of her life in one of my freaking in one of my wow, I'm having a brain fart and a half. She's in any case having her time of the time of her life in my sofa. So anyway, hammer time. I'll be back again. Oh god. Alright, back again. Hope no more Discord shenanigans. Hello. The literal whatever, it doesn't matter. That message is not important. Future me can edit it out. That's gonna edit out everything anyway, right? I hope so. Any case. Praise the builder. I was afraid you might have joined up with another crew. The thought of it pained me so much, I was down at the wench till the morning bells I was. But there you are, still brimming with potential, and with some meat on your smitten arm. My eyes don't deceive me. So, something new, something new. Of course, I could not forget. Then there, I bet you craft 3 bronze cross-peen hammers, just like the ones all our apprentice smithies use. For this you'll need bronze, maple lumber, and hempen cloth. Now, I know making the bronze won't pose you no trouble. Allow me to offer you a bit of advice regarding the materials. If you want to save yourself some coin, you might consider mining your own copper and tin out in the wilds. And if that don't take on your fancy, you might consider whacking the odd goblin until it stops moving. They like go around with them, see? Anything as if swinging a sword's all that different from pounding a lump of metal into shape, is it? At the end of the day, though, how you go about getting the bits and pieces don't matter to me. I just want to see if you can make a decent hammer. Do what needs doing, and come back when it's done. Right. So, 3 bronze crossbeam hammers. That's an amateur's thing. Bronze crossbeam hammer. I'm gonna need 3 bronze, 3 maple lumber. Let's go and just buy that maple lumber, because, you know, it's just maple after all. Alright. I need 3 of these. And then I'm gonna need 3 of these. Bronze crossbeam hammers. Just gotta make 100% sure. This is not different than any other crafter. All crafters use the identical skills. That was a sound and a half. Herald Hammer. What a dude. Or them hammers last for lass. Haha, since last time weren't no fluke. This here is some impressive work, lass. Now a layman might look at this and think you just stuck a piece of bronze on a maple stick, but you've done a damn sight more than that, whether you know it or not. Hammer's a tool after all, and the head's got to grip the shaft for tens of thousands of strikes. What's more, when a smith is pounding a red-hot piece of metal, a hammer takes up some of the heat and swells a touch, which ain't a problem, unless it's a poorly made piece of shite. Take it from me, lass. There's few things more embarrassing than flinging a grubbing hammerhead over your shoulder straight into the eye of your newest apprentice, even if it did eventually get his side back. But I reckon your hammers won't lead to any incidents like that. In short, I'm happy with what you've done. Now, I'll spare us both the don't rest on your laurels speech, if it's all the same to you. Stating the bleeding obvious is best done with a drink in your hand, I find. But well done on your route. Here, you'll be needing this. A hammer will suffice for simple smithing, but complex jobs call for a more delicate touch, which is what a file gives you. Using one alongside your hammer will make your life a good deal easier, whatever you're crafting. Try smithing something simple. I guarantee you'll see the difference. And when you've done that, do it again. I want you to practice till you can wield that file as well as your hammer. Once you've got the hang of it, come back for another task. You know what, lass? It may not be my place to say it, me being a guildmaster and all, but I like you. I really like you. Together, there's not we can't... What? Why are you making a face at me? Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. You're the most promising pupil I've had in God knows how long is all. I was just waxing sentiment for a moment. You can't honestly tell me you don't get a bit emotional when you've been out. And when you've been out the night before and... Ah, forget it, been working hard, have you? Oh, I can tell. But this is just the beginning, lass. You see, the art of blacksmithing is deeper than the deepest ocean. And if you plan on getting to the bottom of it, you'll need to... Sink? No, that's not good. Alright, how about this? If you mean to set sail for faraway lands of smithing mastery, you mustn't try to make the journey in a dinghy. Ah, the hell's with it. Just make a dozen bronze rivets, lass. Dozen bronze rivets. Rivet. Let's go and make 12 of these. Gaming. Not even having to move. I find it pretty funny that my bird just sits on my shoulder while I sometimes she goes to my bird in the case comes to sit on my shoulder when I'm crafting. I really like the minions that sit on your shoulder. They're definitely some of my favorites. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. I like how my cat is just like hypnotized by my hand. Whenever she sees my hand, she's just like, hand. I must needs have the hand. There we go. Once again, you cannot give him high quality stuff. Unless if it's all high quality, I think. Just go and lower the quality of that. Item Rivet's coming along. Anytime now, lass. Praise the builder, you've done it again. These rivets are perfect. Ah, but don't take that to mean they're special, because they ain't, you see. Rivets have got to be perfect, and I'll tell you for why. If you're pounding something and your hammer breaks, you can just grab a new one, but it's a whole other story when your rivets fail. Ever seen an airship, lass? Marvelous things they are, but bloody complicated. Now imagine you're a dozen moms above Limsa and your fancy flying boat starts bringing rivets. Might as well it's from the engine, might be from the hull, don't make no difference. Whichever it is, your royalty buggered. If I was on that airship, lass, taking in the gorgeous view, as the confounded contraption tumbled down to the earth below, I'd be cursing them rivets with all my heart. Aye. And the half-arsed bastard has shat them out too. And you wouldn't want that on your conscience, would you? Which is why you must always make quality products which stand the test of time. To help you learn the importance of quality, I want you to try smithing for paying customers. Start by having a word with Tomokari down at the wench. She should be able to point you in the direction of a few Laminsons as need the services of a talented lass like yourself. Hone your craft, earn some coin, hells of a drink while you're at it. The wench is always serving. Bork, 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 bork. Ah, hells. Not now, lass. Can't you see I'm struggling with a matter of great import? Being Forge Master ain't all drink in the botchery, especially when Hananza's breathing down my neck. We're a business, she says, and it's our job to ensure an old deacon for mill stays profitable or some such bollocks. To which I say, now look here, you greedy shrew, we're making a mint off of our commission from the maelstrom, ain't we? Well, I mayn't have said shrew, any route. The greedy shrew then started yattering on about expanding into new blatant markets. Says we should be selling more to the tree folk in Gridania. It says I should be the one to develop a plan of action. Seven else, lass. I'm a smithy, not a merchant. Never been here. I've never even been to bleeding Gridania. Ah, and it gets worse. See, we need a man with connections, don't we? Someone that can make arrangements with the tree folk. So Hananza goes and finds one. Right clever bastard by the sound of it, and orders me to go and meet him. So I goes and meet him, only to find it's none other than bleeding Phasar. No sooner bash my own teeth in than talk of that piece. Wait a minute. I know how to deal with this. You can talk to him. You'll help old Brithale handle this Gridanian nonsense, won't you? Of course you will. Go on then, chop chop. Phasar. You're on Brithale's behalf, you say? I might have guessed. That Horson doesn't realize the trouble he's in. Well, it's his neck. I'll work with you, Smith, and I'll even keep my diction simple. Taking instruction from the drunkard will have dulled your wits. Now listen. Dealing with Cardanians is no different from dealing with anybody else. Everyone has needs. It's just a matter of identifying and fulfilling them. Anyone with half a brain, which discounts your mentor, knows that the Forsborn do not want for wood or leather goods. You'd have more luck selling brine to a fishback. What they do like is steel. Theirs is an isolated nation that has long sought to survive without relying overmuch on foreign trade. But the calamity changed all that. Half a decade on, and with no end to the rebuilding in sight, they have been forced to open their gates to adventurers. And where there are adventurers, there is demand for weapons and armor. Quality weapons and armor, mind you. The Gridanian contracts would accept nothing less. I will need some samples to show them. Bring me a bronze spatha and a spiked bronze labris. For this purpose. Okay, a bronze spatha. Or spatha. Sparta. Bronze spatha. Where are you, you bugger? There we are. Bronze heart leather ram horn. Alright. Heart leather. What's the other thing? Ram horn. Which I think would be with this boy then. Yes. Let's go and make some bronze. What am I hearing? There we go. Let's go make it of high quality. There's a half-naked person over there. Makes sense though. Used to be an adventurer like them. Until I found some clothes. Ash lumber and 3 bronze ingots. Let's go and make that 3 bronze. And then I gotta go and get myself an ash lumber. I like how these two people are always arguing, or in any case it looks like they're always arguing. Oh man, life. Am I right? Then a spiked bronze labris. That was unnecessary. Anyway. Bring me a bronze belt. Yeah, there you go. Yes. This will require closer inspection. Inside, Smith. You made these weapons? I must confess, the quality is quite good. I thought you no more than Brithel's errand girl, but it seems I was wrong. Only a true smith could have made these pieces. As I rather suspect you are aware, a poorly wrought weapon can cost a man his life. Be it brittle, prone to blunting, or unevenly weighted, every flaw will serve to hinder its owner on the battlefield. Not so this Spatha. Well-tempered and perfectly balanced, it is a weapon fit for a warrior. Hells, with a blade like this, even I could probably best a beast or two. And this labris is a work of art as well. Simple, solid, and more than capable of cleaving a fishback in two. If even a relative newcomer to the guild can produce a work of this quality, then my contracts will have naught to worry about. These samples should convince them of that. It seems you've saved your mentor's job. You just leave the rest to me, Smith. There's nothing easier than selling an excellent product. Right, my friends, I think that's going to conclude this episode, though. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of just us playing Final Fantasy XIV. The next episode we're going to go and deal with... well, even more of the same, really. I need to repair my gear. I'm going to do it off camera. See ya.